how you doing? Hope your day is doing good. Today is going to be like a different type of video. Even though I'm headed to work, I still feel like I can get this video in under 15 minutes. If you guys haven't noticed, like all of my car wrecks and just sit down videos, I try to make them under 15 minutes. Because honestly, who want to sit down and just watch a 30-minute video of you just talking? Okay? So, I have noticed that I haven't really put out any budgeting videos, so I'm going to get back to those. So, I'm just trying to get my schedule to see what videos is the biggest hit on my channel. So, just work with me. Even though I do got a schedule, I noticed I need to move a lot of videos around now. So, I did promise you guys a Q&A that I have yet sat down and did. So, on my birthday vacation, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because a lot of stuff has changed about me. So, I'm going to go back in some of the old Q&As that I did and do those questions over. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get on with this video. Thank you guys for joining my video. If this is your first time here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And on my channel, I do all things budgeting, life hacks, I really don't do lifestyles. I do some reviews. I used to have a lot of reviews, but I slowed down on them. But anyways, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, those good things. And let's get into this video, okay? Today I'm going to talk about a topic that's really not my forte. But like I told you guys a year ago, a subscriber sent me a whole list of things to talk about. And girl, this is not my forte. I do feel like I'm just gonna give you the topic. These are like ways to make one-sided love, relationships, friendships, whatever work. Honestly, I'ma say this. I don't believe in one-sided anything. I promised her I would do this video, but honestly, let's just be real. I feel like it can work, and you can get that person to like love you, but it's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of commitment that in my lifetime now I feel like I don't have, or I don't want to have to try to make it work. If we can't come together as one up front, then I don't think I want to put in that much effort. But if this is your life, and if you're going through this, I hope that this video helps you. And if you know somebody who's going through something like this, send them this video, and I hope that it helps more than it should. Okay, so let's start off as number one. Just know that if this is something that you're trying to get yourself into, just know that the situation is not your fault. It's just the situation that you're in. And I don't want to say that every situation you're in is your fault, but I also don't want to say that don't expect for the situation not to work. I know some of us get into a situation and try to force people to be with us, but you can't force somebody to stay who doesn't want to be stayed or who doesn't want to be claimed. And also, if this is something that you're trying to get into, that leads to number two. Make sure you know your feelings. Make sure this is something that you want to do, something you're not forced to do it, or don't think just because you don't want to be alone that this is something you have to do. This is a choice that you are making. And also make sure that you're in love with that person, not just a infatuation or a love situation. Because if it's just a love situation, sis, calm down, okay? Because lost in love, I am going to do a video on that. But when it comes infatuation and lust and love, they all go like they go together, okay? But I honestly feel like if you just infatuated with that person, or you like being around that person or something like that, don't try to force that person into becoming into a relationship with you, because it's not necessary. Just be a friend with that person, or be like acquainted with that person. Don't force them into trying to fall in love with you, because baby, one of y'all gonna get hurt, and more than likely it's probably gonna be you. Another thing which gonna lead to 3, and this is in any relationship, okay? Just keep letting them know, okay, look, this is what I want to be with you. Let them know you're thinking about them, okay? And I do want to say, communicate regularly. I do feel like you should communicate regularly, even if you're not in a one-sided relationship or one-sided trying to make a relationship work type thing. Just communicate regularly. But I will say this, and I can admit I never do this. Even if I'm in a relationship, I never do this. I never double text. I never double call. If you don't answer the first time, after the 3rd ring, or you don't answer my text message within that hour, and it takes 3 or 4 hours for you to come, text me back, when it only takes 2.5 seconds or 1 however many seconds to text back, then I will never double text or never double call you. I just won't do it. Especially when a person texts you and say, hey, can you call me? And then I call you right after the text message and you don't answer, you'll never hear from me again, okay? Because first of all, I took time out of my day to call you, and you didn't even want to pick up the phone, and you told me to call you. But the 4th thing I will say that I have been telling you guys about is never force someone to love you, because it never works out. Let's say y'all do get into a relationship, and I know I'm supposed to make this video to help you guys out, but I just want to be honest. If one-sided situation doesn't work, then just know that you have to be ready for heartbreak, or be ready for a no. And if you're not the person who has strong skin or strong emotions or things like that, then you will get hurt significant. But don't force someone to love you. Just be friends with that person. You never know what will happen. Because I was friends with somebody, and I wasn't expecting for us to become a thing. It wasn't a relationship. It was more like friends with benefits type of thing. It lasted for a while, but I will say that even friends with benefits barely work, because somebody in the relationship will become having feelings more than friends. So to me, if you're the type of person who can do that without having feelings, then you're a good one. Hands up to you. I tilt my hat to you. But I noticed, like, I'm not that type of person, especially now. If you would have caught me back when I was 17, 18, that would be totally different. But now it's like, that ain't my thing. I don't want it to become my thing, especially when you get a certain age. It's like you want more. I ain't gonna say expect more, but you crave more than just friends with benefits, or just benefits, period. Like, yeah. I can't stress this enough when it comes to trying to make one-sided relationships or love work. Do not become a stalker or be obsessed with that person. You have to know your boundaries. Like, if that person said, hey, can you please stop contacting me, then that person have set a boundary and just stop contacting them. It's easy. I know sometimes we get into a thing, or we think it's more than what it is in our head, but when it comes to you trying to make something that's one-sided work, then you got to understand that maybe I'm coming off too strong, or maybe they just not ready for what I'm willing to give them, if that makes sense. But sometimes a person is not into you just because you haven't, and this leads me to number 6, because you haven't really gave them the correct impression of you. Sometimes we can come off too strong, if that makes sense. And if you have a too strong of a personality, like, whoa, back off type of personality, then sometimes that kind of pushes people away too, to where they was like, okay, we could be friends, but at a distance. And that's the major thing why I feel like most relationships start off like, whoa, let's just be friends, and they don't become more, because one of the people that's trying to make something work is not as, what's the word I'm trying to say, calm about it. They don't have a calming personality. And sometimes when you don't have a calming or a calmer personality, CALMER personality, then sometimes that kind of pushes people away. I know when I was like 15, 16, no, even younger than that, I was more of a shy person. I was more of a introvert, which I still am to a certain extent. And I came off as real blunt, but in my mouth it used to be reckless. I mean, like, reckless. And that kind of pushed a lot of people away. Not just me being in a relationship. Some friendships ended because of that. And I kind of like, okay, how can I go by saying certain things to certain people without being harsh or without hurting other people's feelings? That's how I started working on myself. But mind you guys, I didn't completely change overnight. It took me years, and now I still see, like, certain things I say, certain ways I act, I still kind of sort of feel like I push people away. Especially because I'm the type of person who likes to, I'm an introvert. I'm the type of person who likes to go into a quiet corner or a quiet room and regroup myself. Like I'm the type of person, ooh, there was enough, being around enough people today. I think that's my limit. And then I go back and try to regain energy, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I have to regroup and start over 3 or 4 hours later. And I notice I do that at work sometimes too, where I'm an introvert, and it's like, okay, I had enough of customers. I have to, like, go in the back room or try to do other stuff. And yeah, that's crazy that I noticed that. But it's crazy that I noticed that about myself. But it took me years to notice that. I noticed years before that I really didn't want to be around certain people. But now it's like, okay, now I see what my problem is. Now I just have to fix it, type of thing. The 7th thing that also leads me to this is never get to the point to where you are frustrated and you start to belittle that person just because you're not getting what you want from them. I mean, respect their decision of not being interested. Don't try to push somebody into something. Just let them know you're interested. If they're not interested, don't try to force somebody. I used to be like this a long time ago, where if I didn't get my way, or if that person didn't act the way I wanted them to, or if I didn't get the answer from them that I wanted from them or demanded from them, I used to get frustrated, and it was horrible. And I feel like I done came a long way from where I used to be. So yeah. This is going to be the 8th thing just be there for that person. Don't try to take that person for granted, or don't let them take you for granted, and don't like let you be taken. Like, be reliable. Like, even though it's not working out in a relationship, just be there for that person as a friend if that's what they want. Sometimes these type of things, like this one-sided love thing, happens when it just like in a friendship, you say, we're good as friends, why can't we be in a relationship type of thing? And yeah, just be there for that person. Sometimes that person is not ready for a relationship or don't see you as being in a relationship. So I just feel like sometimes we try to force people into things they are not ready for. And yeah, just don't take that person for granted. Just be there for that person. And sometimes you being there for that person, sometimes you get what you desire from that person. So just be mindful of that. But anyways, I'm almost at work, and that's my 15 minutes with you guys. And I'll see you guys in my next video. If not, it will be the next one after that. Bye, guys.